All right, for this video, I had to make a list for the first time because it's very important information, and I feel like people should know this. Um, it's also a very common question asked on Reddit, on the homeless threads, on the seasonal work threads. So I felt it was good to talk about. And obviously, if you're watching this video, you already know what it is. It's being homeless for the first time ever in your life. And something people might not know about me is when I first started doing these, I got evicted from my house because I was 20, I was irresponsible, I was not paying my rent, and that sounds fucking stupid, but I was stupid. I was a 20-year-old thinking I could get by on life, just doing whatever the fuck I wanted. So I got kicked out. My mom at the time was in a different state, had nowhere to go, and luckily, the homeless community in that state was very kind, very helpful. They taught me how to be homeless, and I'm about to share that same information with you guys. And I'm going to start this off by sitting down. I don't know why I'm walking. Find out how big a car actually is. You'll find out when you're sleeping in it. And put the back seats down to make it like larger, to make it a flat surface. And I recommend taking like your couch cushions and putting them down in the back, for bedding, because that's going to help a lot. Number two, go to your kitchen and throw away anything and everything that's made out of glass. Glass is not your friend. Glass will break. Everything you want needs to be plastic. Plastic is your new best friend. You only need 1 or 2 plastic bowls, a pot, maybe 2 pots if you want to clean yourself in one and cook in that, or maybe a skillet. If you have a big car, get a skillet. If not, I would not recommend a skillet. Get a 5-gallon plastic water jug and a 1-gallon plastic water jug. Get both, because the 1 gallon is going to be for drinking. The 5 gallon is going to be for cooking and cleaning yourself. Let's see, where was I? Go to Walmart and buy like one of those camping stoves or one of the Asian stores. I'll put up a picture and I'll link them in the description for Amazon and whatnot. I recommend wooden chopsticks. You can also get some tongs or a spatula, but wooden chopsticks work for me because like they're $2 in the store. Bring 2 washcloths, 2 towels, duct tape, paracord, duct tape, because you never know what's going to happen, and those 2 things together can fix a lot of shit. 1 or 2 eating wares like forks, spoons, depending how many people are going to be in the car. It was just me. So keep that in mind too. Soap, obviously, cleaning stuff. You like deodorant and all that stuff. Band-aids. Buy first aid equipment, because if you get hurt, it's over. Like you're not living in a house anymore. You can't just like stay in one place. So make sure you bring band-aids and stuff to take care of yourself so you can stay on the move, and try not to do stupid stuff to get yourself hurt. And maybe, strong maybe for a cooler, depending on your location and how big your car is. And of course, a blanket. I recommend like 3. If I remember anything else, I'll update the video, but for now on, that's pretty much it for everything you're going to need living in your car. Again, if you don't have a car, that's fine, completely fine. Just buy a very big backpack. And instead of a 5-gallon water jug, buy 2 1-gallon water jugs, and it will work. It will be sufficient. You're going to have to refill it up a lot more, but you do not want to carry around a 5-gallon water jug. All right, 2. Push your passenger seat as far up as possible and put all your stuff behind your passenger seat. The reason for this is because you don't want people looking in your car and seeing a homeless person. Because the trick to being homeless is not looking homeless. People are far more likely to help you out if you look normal and say you're homeless than if you look homeless and even though you're not. I don't know why. It's just how it is. And even though I'm homeless and I love the homeless community, I'm the same way. Like, I hate being around very, very stinky people, people who just don't take care of themselves, people who just fuck around with the community. It's not a good look. It's not a good homeless look. So keep that shit private. That's very, very important. Also, when you're not in your car, obviously if you have a backpack, you can't hide it. But when you're not in your car, put your blankets over your stuff, so it doesn't look like you're hot. It doesn't look like you're sleeping in the car. It looks like you're about to go on a trip. That's just a trick I learned. And again, people leave you alone when you do that. You do not want to bring attention to yourself. I promise you that. Do not bring attention to yourself if you're living out your car, if you're homeless in general. All right, going to the next one. Again, don't look homeless. People are more likely to help. Yeah, I already said that. People are more likely to help you if you don't look homeless. Spend your day, the first day or even the day before you become homeless, spend the day driving around your city, finding new locations that you never went to, and you want to find places to sleep. When I say that, everyone always says like a Walmart parking lot. No, I don't recommend that. I recommend places people never go at night. During COVID, for me, that was a movie theater, because that place was like all of the movie theaters were shut down and there was just an empty parking lot. I stopped there and no one messed with me at all, and it was amazing. And another thing is, wherever you sleep, even if it's like a super private area, you have to become a morning person. So when you wherever you sleep, be ready to like wake up at 6 a.m. and get the hell out of there, because no one wants people are going to like start noticing if you're staying at one place past 8 o'clock, because people are lazy. No one's going to leave their house until like 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock. So if you can leave at 6 a.m., you have like 1 hour to get ready, 1 hour to clean yourself up in private, so no one can see you, no one can like sue you for indecency, and you can come back the next day, because no one's going to care if you're sleeping in one area if no one ever sees you. They might know you're there, but they're not going to care unless they see you, and that's very, very important. So again, spend the day just driving around, go to new locations, places you've never been to before, routes you've never been before, and really, really look. All right, next thing. Become a morning person. Yeah, I already told that. Like 5 or 6. Okay, again, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Wake up early. It's going to save your ass. Like, try to go to sleep before like 11, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Get some coffee if you need it, but you will be fine. Become a regular at a coffee shop. That's the next one. So again, going back to not looking homeless. If you don't look homeless and you go into a coffee shop, you buy 1 or 2 things. No one's going to bat an eye if you're just like staying there, charging your phone, charging your laptop. And another thing is, you want to become friends with baristas, because they're going to be more lenient on you. So that's something I did. There was like a coffee shop in my town. I always went to the same one. Everyone there knew I was living out my car, but I always brushed my teeth. I always took a shower. I never looked homeless. I never had holes in my clothes. I never fucking took a shower in the sink. Everyone hates that shit. Never do that. And they just let me stay there. They let me charge my phone. They let me charge my laptop. I played Overwatch on the Wi-Fi. And I left when my phone was like completely full, completely charged. And I just went about my day. I just walked around the parks, went to work, and no one cared, because I was a paying customer. And I didn't bother anybody. I just stayed to myself. And I was like friendly with the barista. So like, we had conversations, we talked. I talked with all the girls, talked with all the guys. It was a nice time. No one's going to care as long as you're not bugging anyone and you don't look homeless and you don't smell like shit. No one's going to care that you're sitting at a coffee shop just charging your phone. If anyone does care, they're just a fucking asshole. I don't like, there's no reason not to let that happen. All right, where the fuck am I? All right, get a job and fucking keep your job if you have it. Do not quit your job If you have a job that you really, really hate and you want to like become a seasonal worker, that's completely fine. I completely get it. Don't quit your job until you get a new job. That's like the number one thing. If you're homeless, you need a job because first off, you need a place to stay. We're not going to like fucking freeze to death or like get wet all day. Having a job is like staying somewhere for 8 hours is going to be a fucking saving grace. But more than that, more importantly, you're going to have money to actually buy shit you need for your life, like food, equipment to stay warm during the winter, all that shit. So get a job. You need a job. No matter what, get a job. That's the biggest thing to being homeless. If you don't have a job, you're already fucking up. If you don't have a job though, and you do need money, I'm gonna wait for the wind to calm down. If you don't have a job and you do need money, donate plasma. They say donating plasma, not selling plasma, because you can't really, it's not like allowed to sell plasma, but they get away with it by saying donations and conversations. Donate your plasma. Use that money to, get what you need. You can't buy a car with the money because they only give you like $50, but you can buy food and you can buy just blankets and like things like that, important shit. Even a backpack. Blah blah blah. Where am I? Let's see. I might have said get 1 pot, but you might want 2. If you can't get a gym, if you can't get a gym membership, get 2 pots, just so you can like take baths and not smell like shit and brush your teeth and all that good shit. Let's see. Avoid other homeless people. Like I love, again, the homeless people taught me how to be homeless, but when you start hanging out with them, you're automatically sticking out. And worse than that, a lot of homeless people are unfortunately pretty crazy. Like not all of them are stable in the head. So like avoid the homeless people, avoid their mentality, because like a lot of them have a victim mentality. I'm not trying to sound motivational, but just avoid that in general. You really, really, really don't want to be stuck with all the homeless people, or else people are just going to avoid you and not help you out and all that good shit. All that bad shit is going to happen. Just avoid them. Law of infection, whatever type of people you hang out with around, that's what you want to be like. And you really, really do not want to be the crazy homeless person on the block. That is a bad life. 13, assuming you have a job and you're living out your car and everything's going fine, start saving your money and paying off whatever debt you have. That's very, very important. Don't get back into a home if you have debt, because then you're just going to be back in the exact same situation. So you're already roughing it. You're already sticking it out. So just endure the pain a little longer. Start saving money. Pay off all your debt. And with this debt stuff, I only recommend doing this if your debt is under $10,000. You can pay off your debt in under 2 years if you have like $10,000 worth of debt. But anything more than that, I don't want to say like forget it, don't pay it off, but it's going to be like a lot harder. And in that scenario, I recommend getting a house before paying off your debt. I'm not saying don't pay it off, but if you can, do it. Let's see. For food, I don't think I actually said this too. I think I missed it. But this is going back to before you move into your car. With all your stuff, buy a storage unit, put it in the storage unit. I recommend keeping all your clothes in your storage unit too, because that just saves on space. But get a storage unit. Go to that storage unit every single day until you get used to living out your car. At that point, you know what you need and you don't know. And throw it all away. Because storage units, they're a lot cheaper than rent, but they're still taking away from your money. So I would say just get a storage unit for 1 or 2 months until you get used to living out your car, used to living with a backpack, and then get rid of everything else. And I also recommend putting your clothes in your storage unit because, again, that saves space. Just bring 1 or 2 pairs of clothes with you. Put the dirty ones in the trunk. Keep the fresh ones up front. And you're fine. You only have to go back once every other day. Going with food's kind of tricky. You're going to be eating like a lot of ramen noodles. You're going to be like eating a lot of dry stuff. My favorite snack when I was living out my car was tuna and grits. I made tuna and grits sandwiches. But you don't have to, only eat dry foods. You can also go to stores, buy chicken, and you want to cook all of your chicken the same day you get it. Obviously, small amounts. But it's only going to last you 1 or 2 days without a refrigerator. You can still eat it the next day. Just make sure you eat it quickly and early. You don't want to spoil. And if you have a cooler, I really don't recommend keeping it in a cooler, but do what you gotta do to survive. That's all it boils down to. And also, next rule, it's a weird one, but it's important. Swallow your fucking pride. You're homeless now. You don't fucking be a stuck-up prick. Don't be going to Starbucks because you don't have the fucking money. If you did have the fucking money, you wouldn't be homeless right now. That sounds mean, but it's also true. If you're homeless, instead of going out to eat, go to KFC 5 or 10 minutes before it closes and ask them if they have any leftover food and take that food. Like mashed potatoes, french fries. Sometimes you get lucky, they'll give you chicken. Don't do it every single week. Don't do it every single day, but maybe once a week, they'll be like, all right, I'll help you out. Another food tip that saved my ass a lot was if you're in a big city, walk into a hotel and eat the hotel breakfast. Again, as long as you're not looking like a fucking homeless person and you're not doing this every single day, maybe once every 2 weeks, at one hotel. Notice that I say one hotel too. They'll probably just let it slide because they throw all of that shit away. And you can get bananas and apples and just keep that shit in your car for a very, very long time. They do not care. They do not care because it's just going to all get thrown away. And if you're good at it and you have a lot of hotels in your area, you can eat at one hotel one day, wait a day or 2 days and go to a different hotel and just keep doing it at different hotels until you run up all your hotels. And you wait 1 or 2 days again. Eventually, that's going to be 2 weeks if you have a lot of hotels in your area. And just go back to the first one. And you're getting a shitload of free food that's going to get thrown away anyways. So no one's going to stop you at a hotel lobby unless you're looking like complete ass, like a complete homeless person. No one's going to stop you. So just look nice, smell nice, brush your teeth, do all the good shit. And walk in and just get free food. No one's going to care. As long as you're not an asshole and as long as you don't look fucking homeless. Again, the biggest thing to being homeless is not fucking looking homeless. Shit. Where am I at? I kind of went on a rant there. Alright, next thing. Don't do homeless shit in public areas. And what I mean by homeless shit is don't be cooking, at a park. Don't be taking showers at a park. Do all that stuff in private areas, in the woods, park your car, walk a little bit. Do it in the woods. Eat it in the woods. Clean it in the woods. Walk back to your car. No one's going to notice. No one's going to care. And if someone does notice, they're just going to look at you and walk away and pretend they didn't see anything. But if you start doing it in public areas, people are going to start calling the cops. People are going to start bugging you, telling you to leave, and less people are going to have sympathy for you, and less people are going to help you. Again, just stay hidden. Don't talk to people. Just do everything you need to do in private, not in public. That's why we have homes in the first place, to do things in private, and no one's going to mess with you. A very, very big thing. Let's see. If you're after you've been homeless for a while, this might sound weird to some people. After you've been homeless for a while, some of you, not all of you, definitely not all of you, but some of you might decide you want to stay homeless. And if that's you, that's completely fine. But you need a plan. Don't just keep doing the same thing you've been doing. Have a concrete plan to make sure you can survive the winter. Because the only way I know right now to survive a winter It's just getting a shitload of blankets and proper equipment. You know, like going to a fucking ski resort and just decking out at night. That's the only way. Just have a plan. Blah, blah. Oh yeah, if you're in a city where it's like hard to be homeless, congratulations, you're now homeless. You can fucking move. Don't stick to a notion where you think you have to stay in a city because one reason or another reason. No, again, swallow your fucking pride. If you're having a hard time in one city, leave that damn city. You can be homeless anywhere. You can get a job anywhere now. And again, I don't think I said this, but one of the barriers to entries for getting a job is an address and a phone number. You can download the Text Plus app, use that free number for your contact information, and then you can use any post office in the United States. These tips are for the United States. I don't know about anywhere else, but you can use any post office in the United States as your mailing address, provided you get your mail within 7 days of it being delivered. So just check it periodically, like every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, whatever. And you can use that shit for your mailing address. Let's see. If you don't want to stay homeless, get out of being homeless, either by, again, saving up your money or watching my other videos about how to get a job. Again, I'm going to post it up there. Of course, I'm going to link my videos, but watch Timothy Ward too. He's a good guy. Watch Philly Dom. He's a good guy to get into seafood processing. But there are so many jobs where they give you free housing, so there's not a reason after a certain amount of time, if you want to get out of being homeless, to do those. Because you're already homeless, you're already having a bad time, you might as well do it, and you might as well have fun, doing it. And like I said, if you don't have a car, you can use all of these tips. Just get a backpack, replace the 5 gallons with 2 1-gallons water jugs, and you're golden. Blah, blah. And that's pretty much it, guys. Again, the biggest thing, don't look homeless, don't bug people, and save your money. That's pretty much all you need to survive being homeless. I can't help that much with the winter because, again, all I did was just get a shitload of blankets, but that's all you need. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Like, comment, subscribe if you found this useful. If you watch the very, very end, put down homeless survivor, because that helps me know who's actually needs this information. This helps me know that you find this shit useful, and it helps the algorithm a lot too when you watch to the very, very end. So thank you for everyone who made it this far. I'm going to keep making videos to help people out, and I appreciate every single one of you guys who support me and who are subscribed. Please subscribe too, guys. I want to help as many people as possible. I know you're going to go in the comments, you're going to see all these people saying, oh, don't listen to this guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Ignore them, because I don't know why they're mad. I'm just trying to help people. And I do know what I'm talking about. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm asking people who have done seafood processing for a long time. I'm asking people who've done seasonal work for a long time for advice. And I'm asking them if this is a good video. And the majority of the time, I think I only ever uploaded one video that was probably bad, and that was a drunk video of when I was at Peter Pan, and I took that down immediately, the next day. I was like, shit, we said that? And I think only 50 people saw that, so if you're one of those 50 people, you know what I'm talking about. But again, just ignore them, focus on yourself. You know if this is good advice or bad advice. Don't listen to anyone else. When you start listening to other people, that's when your life becomes shit. But again, if you guys like this video, this was helpful, subscribe, like, share it. If you know someone who needs this information, share it. Do not just keep it to yourself. Thanks for watching.